Wow, 90 years. Happy birthday, Dad. In all my years, I have many memories involving you, but the first one that came to mind was from way back. Although we've always heard stories about how devilish you could be as a child, I never really thought of you as being able to do these naughty things, which is probably why this memory is one that stands out in my mind. When you came to pick me up at Wheeling at the end of the year, the lobby of my dorm was filled with steamer trunks with address labels on them, all ready to be picked up for shipping. You walked up to a couple of them, looked over at me, and then said, "Let's switch the labels." I was so totally shocked that I just stood there speechless. This wasn't something that I expected from my dad.
Happy birthday, Dad. You know, over the years I have very many happy memories with you. One that I often repeated with my own children was the way that every time we would leave the house as a family, you would say, "Off like a herd of turtles." But the memory that I'm most fond of is just you in the morning making your breakfast. Usually it was bacon and eggs, and I would drag my sorry, tired self downstairs, and you would say, "Good morning, how are you today?" It was a wonderful way to start each day, making me feel like someone was happy to see me and that I was special. And so I thank you for that, and I hope you have a very happy birthday.
Hi, Dad. Happy birthday from Cambridge. When we were growing up, you used to tell us lots of stories about the Benson family going all the way back. And here we are, just a few miles from where those first Bensons arrived in this country over 450 years ago. And I realized, thinking about that one of the things you gave us was roots. You told us about our family. You told us about the details of our family. You let us know where everyone was coming from, even though sometimes my teachers didn't believe it, including the time that I was almost punished for telling the class that my great-grandfather was head of the Navy. But at any rate, it surprises me every once in a while when I will watch the TV show Genealogy Roadshow and people don't even know where their grandparents came from. We know where our great-grandparents and our great-aunts and uncles and everyone came from, and it gives us that sense of being part of a family, and that's something that we got from you, and thank you.
Dad, you raised me on a steady diet of Navy jargon, so I was well versed in gee-dunk machines, skivvy drawers, and bulkheads, and I even knew what the Jimmy legs were at the Naval Academy. Even though I rarely took one, at least I actually knew what a Navy shower was. And when Ed would come home from work talking about Cincus Navier, Spay War, or even Sinkars, I would not be confused about what he was talking about. But the thing that I remember most is something that was said at your retirement ceremony. It wasn't from anyone you worked with, and it wasn't all about your achievements or your accomplishments, but it was from Fran Jolly, who was your longtime carpool rider. And on the long commute from Silver Spring to Crystal City, she couldn't remember of one time that you ever spoke badly about anyone. And that stuck with me over the years, and something I try to emulate, mostly unsuccessfully, but I try anyway. So thank you for all that you've taught me over the years. Happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Dad, from Colorado. I just wanted to tell you a little story about long ago when I was a kid, growing up in Hall Way, and I also wanted to thank you for all of the training that you gave me, and I guess pretty much all of us, in terms of how to take care of cars. And I remember one time in particular, you were working on the Catalina, and this was a pretty advanced job because you were pulling all the valve lifters out and teaching me kind of a logical progression of how to go about doing repairs and solving problems along the way. And so I very much appreciate that. And I think all the guys and even the girls in the family probably would say the same thing, because you've taught us a tremendous amount through the years. And we're all very much appreciative of that. I mean, even my girls now can change a tire and their boyfriends can't. So I'm passing it down. But there's one thing I have to tell you was a little quip from a normal weekend day, which of course typically involved you working on cars. And I remember I was looking for you and, where's Dad? And somebody said, oh, he's out in the garage working on the car. So I went out to find out what you were doing. And so I went out there, and sure enough, I could tell you were underneath the car. And so I got down on my hands and knees and, got down on my back and scuttled underneath the car with you to find out what was going on, what you were looking at. Is it the muffler or transmission or what's going on? So I got down there underneath with you, and I said, hey, Dad, what's going on? What are you working on? And your response was totally priceless. I just need some peace and quiet.
Happy birthday, Dad. And thank you for the boundless optimism that you passed on to me. When I was a kid, we went on a 21-mile hike on the C&O Canal. And it started raining early that morning. Throughout the day, you kept saying, looks like it's going to break up any minute. Well, by the end of that long rainy hike, it never did stop raining. We were giving you a hard time, saying, yeah, it should stop raining any second now. But in the end, I actually learned to always hope for the best. And even on the darkest of days, I find myself saying, hey, things are going great. So thanks for that sunny outlook.
Happy 90th birthday, Dad, from Carolyn and Charlie. Thinking back to fun times as a kid, thinking of going up to White Oak Hill to go sledding with Yum Yum. And we would all go down the hill and trudge back up. And every time you would go down the hill, Yum Yum would chase after you and follow you back up the hill. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dad. Happy 90th. We thought we'd talk about something that I inherited from you, other than the bad eye thing. When we grew up, I always learned to walk through airports very quickly, and even now when I walk through an airport with the kids, Allie is always asking me, why are we running through the airport? And I realized a few weeks ago when we were up in DC visiting you, when we went to the grocery store, Nick leaned over to me and said, is it a bad sign when the 15-year-old can't keep up with the 89-year-old? So I came by that honestly, and that's something I inherited from you. I still walk fast through airports. Thanks, Dad, and happy 90th again.
Happy birthday, Granddad.
Happy birthday.
So the memory I remember most is learning to sail with Granddad. I remember my mom would take over the rudder, and immediately the wind would pick up, and we'd keel over, and we'd all say, we're having fun now. So thank you for taking me sailing, Granddad, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Granddad. Thank you for all the fun times at Bay Club and 25 years of enjoying the beach and the bay. And I'm really grateful that we got to grow up near you and Grandmom and hang out with you guys. And I hope you have the best birthday.
Hey, Granddad, happy birthday. I'll always remember trying to get the boat trailer out of the backyard after 4 or 5 years, I think it was, with the Buick. That was quite an adventure, getting it stuck and driving into the U-bush on the side of the house, and then Grandma hopping in the back saying, are we ready to go?
So, Granddad, I'm really grateful that I got to spend all those years over at your guys' house and listen to all those stories and learn all those things and just be able to hang out with you guys. So, happy birthday and have a great 90th.
Hey Granddad, happy birthday from me and Brody. The memories that stick out most to me are the notes, letters, conversations we've had throughout the year. You always gave me a straightforward answer and you never beat around the bush. You always gave me advice that helped me through the tough times. I'll always cherish them and keep them close. I keep those letters that you've written to me through college and after as words to look back whenever I need help.
Hi, Dad. So after all these years, some of the memories that I have of you and the family are learning very early on that you never want to ask a group of Bensons the best way to get someplace unless you have a lot of time on your hands. And also learning that Christmas morning videos always come with a weather report. And I remember always enjoying hearing about life at the Naval Academy just the other day, all those years ago. But most of all, what I remember is always being made to feel welcome by you and Mom. And so happy 90th birthday, and thank you for all those memories, and thank you for raising up such a faith-filled daughter who's made a wonderful wife.
I've really enjoyed the time I've spent with all of you, and I do have some good memories of you. Most of them at our family get-togethers, a lot of them at Christmas time, because so I think of you, that's what I remember, all of our family together, and that's just wonderful, because more than anything, you bring us all together. We probably wouldn't eat near half as much if it weren't for you. But because of you, and because we do, we meet all the time, every year, and we just had to be together and be a family, and that's just wonderful. I remember first time we went sailing. I probably never would have gone sailing in my life if it weren't for you, but I really enjoyed it. I remember the first time the boat practically tipped over, or practically capsized all the way. I know that it couldn't have. I believe that's the tiller was there for. But I really enjoyed it. Nonetheless. Yes, and you're just really special, not just to me, but to everyone in the family. Lee, you're the center of this whole family, and you bring us closer, and that's probably the most amazing thing of all. You really made such a huge impact on the lives of all of your family, Lee. And I just love it so much. I'm sure most people would think that living in such a big having with such a big family would be a hassle, but I love it. I love having so many cousins and aunts and uncles, and and for that, just thank you so much.
I still feel really special about having you as a granddad, and you were always so welcoming to me when I first came to see you, and I immediately felt a part of the family.
Happy birthday, Hattie. Getting 90 years. What a lifetime, and what a good lifetime you've had. It's been wonderful. I've enjoyed being your daughter-in-law, and when it came to becoming Catholic, you were the one person that made me feel that I could do it. I was really uncomfortable going from a Protestant religion and not understanding a lot of the Catholic, since not ever having been one. It was a little daunting in the beginning, but you said some words to me, and that I shouldn't sweat the dogma and just believe the way I believe, and I would be okay. And that really meant a lot to me, and it's kept me being a Catholic these years since I joined. So I appreciate it very much, and all the time you've spent with us and our kids, helping us raise them, being there, especially when you and Corinne came down and helped me for a week with Kyle. I learned a lot from Corinne on taking care of Kyle, because she had so many kids of her own. She was really good at showing you all the little details you needed. So between the two of you, you've really helped Steve and I a whole lot. Thank you.
Dad, a memory that stands out for me harkens back to 1974 when Jimmy first brought me home for a Sunday dinner. There were 11 of us around the table, and after we'd said grace, you cut up a very modest steak and distributed the portions as we passed our plates to you. First you served Mom, then the kids, and finally yourself. Your portion was small, it had the most fat, the most gristle, and was the least desirable. I came to see this ritual as a metaphor for your priorities in life. God, Mom, the kids, and way down on the list, yourself. You are generous in all ways. Thank you for being you and for the remarkable gift of yourself.
Happy birthday, Granddad. Remember when I put the stickers all over you? It must have hurt to get them off.
Happy birthday, Granddad. Remember at your apartment and at the College Park airfield when we did the flight simulator? It was really fun.
One of my greatest memories was when I was like 5 and we had the Easter party at your house and you had Mark and me do an Easter egg hunt. But instead of Easter eggs, you had like Peeps, but they were unwrapped. And the only thing that I remember was pulling one out of the fireplace and trying to eat it. And then my mom came like diving across the room to get it out of my hands.
Happy birthday, Granddaddy.
We remember when you came to Atlanta around Christmas time.
And Grandmommy sang the 12 Days of Christmas and you danced and acted out the 12 Days of Christmas.
Thank you for the memories. Happy 90th birthday.
Granddad, and happy birthday from the dogs. Thank you for all the automotive and mechanical advice that you've given me over the years. It's been incredibly helpful with everything that I've needed to do with all my cars. Thanks, and happy birthday again.
Happy birthday, Dad. Hope it's the best one yet.
Parabéns a você nesta data querida. Muitas felicidades, muitos anos de vida. Hoje é dia de festa, canta mais nossas almas para o menino Granddad. Uma salva de palmas. Hey, happy birthday, Granddad.
Hi, Granddad. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you next month in California.
Hi, Granddad. Hello from beautiful, warm Washington, across the country from you. I just wanted to wish you a very happy birthday. I wish that we were out there celebrating with you. But I can't wait to see you in California next month, and I hope that your day is awesome. Anyway, love you. See you soon.
Happy birthday, Granddad, from your great-granddaughter, Brooke.
Happy birthday.
And from Grizzly, your great-granddog.
So happy birthday, Dad. Have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon.
Happy, happy, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Granddad.
Happy birthday again. Love you.
Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.